This is it, people. This is what you've been waiting for. This is Everyday Celebrity Podcast. The podcast for everyday people with everyday problems, trying to find everyday solutions to accomplish everyday goals. Let's start the show. Welcome to another episode of Everyday Celebrity Podcast. No one podcast in Oakland, no one podcast in the Bay Area. And today is a special day. I had a little hiatus. I know everybody was checking for me, but it's all about quality, not quantity. And today, when it comes to parties, I'm saying when you visit Miami, you want to go to a party, right? You want to fucking fuck with bitches, you want to do this and that, and you need someone to like show you around, you know what I'm saying? And every city has those people who bring the lifestyle to you. And today we have a special group of gentlemen who provide the vibe in San Francisco and the Bay Area. And it's only right that they come on the number one podcast in Oakland, the number one podcast in the Bay Area. We have San Francisco Parties in the house.
Woo! Turn up.
If you guys can introduce yourself one by one to the people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. That's a very lovely description of us. Very generous. My name is Raif Al-Safi.
Safi, speaking to the mic.
I go by Safi. Hi. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Definitely love to be here. This is my partners, Kendall and Ace.
Handsome Ace, serving massive bass. Let's go. We got to turn the Bay up post-COVID. We got to get it back to where it's been.
Hell yeah. I'm Safi, the main organizer of San Francisco Parties. This is my official partner, Kendall. Kendall, could you tell us a little bit about you?
My name is Kendall, you know what I'm saying, aka Chocolate Superman, aka the man, the myth, the legend, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm a student, final year student at San Francisco State, and I'm a part-time organizer with my partner Safi. We've been doing parties for at least 3 months now. So yeah, a little bit about me. I'm a business major, business and econ, concentration in accounting. You know what? Because I need to count these checks. But hey, that's just about me. General introduction. Over to Ace.
I feel like Ace is the superstar. Go ahead, nigga.
My name is Ace, and I sell shrooms.
Word. Okay. Short and sweet.
My name is Safi.
Yeah, we got that, nigga. We going down the line.
Hold on.
We're going down the line.
Main occupation: architect. I'm from Iraq. Oldest civilization on Earth. There you go. Right back to you, Mo.
Well, we established Mo. Oh, we on Mo. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
My name is Mo, better known as Mo Better, as Mo Better Tech. I'm the Safi's technical go-to now, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Graduated Chico State, the original party school. And been running Mo Better Tech for about 20 years now. So,
okay. So we have an eclectic group here. How did this group come about, Safi? So you're the brains of the situation, right?
Right. This diversity really happened because I looked at my own field as an architect and I realized architecture is more than just building spaces and buildings. I wanted to really impact the social infrastructure, the social life, connecting with people. That's also like dives into a little bit of who I am as a person.
Wait a minute. This is like a pet peeve of mine, Safi. When you talk,
yeah,
you see how I am?
Yeah.
All right, boom. Go ahead.
Boom. Do I redo?
No, go ahead. Keep talking.
Right. So as I was saying, as an architect, I really wanted to connect with people. And so the first and foremost, I wanted to understand, why do I want to start a nightlife industry, an entertainment industry? And so I really want to redefine nightlife for the issues of redundancy, for the issue of it being over expensive, becoming very selective with the crowd, the house don't mix in with hip hop don't mix in with Afro. So I just want to, tap into every single type of crowd and see where do we stand as, 21st century party goers. And little by little, I meet these trusted individuals, and they all bring in a different lens into something I don't know. So Kendall brings a lot of dedication, same footprint, same love, same ambitions as I am. So I just literally saw a clone or even a better version of me who literally focuses on business. And I saw Ace, and he's
I'm outside.
He's outside.
Really from that place.
Did you meet Ace when you were buying shrooms?
No,
I was selling shrooms, as a matter of fact. It was his party, his rooftop party. Phenomenal, by the way. Like, it had the EDM house, like my just good vibes, right? So I got the address from Will via DM. I was like, all right, bet, because usually I'll do a hustle Dougie at Dolores Park, but I prefer to go to parties because they're a little bit more intimate, a little bit more, like immediate, because, who's not trying to get lit at the party, and shrooms is the new wave. So I was like, bet. So I got the address, and they were smooth with letting me in. I tapped in with the right people, and we just kept vibing ever since.
Okay.
Ace became my kind of tour guide to the scene in terms of who's running what, where, what's going on. Kendall became my connection to all the colleges. I'm 27. He's 27. He's been in the Bay for all his life, mainly. I've been in Detroit for 10 years, actually in the US for 10 years. I only moved in here 7 months ago. I ran my architectural business. So when I moved in, I'm fresh, brand new, but ambitious. And, I brought that Detroit hustle.
And now a word from our sponsor. If you think you might be feeling depressed, stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, today's sponsor, BetterHelp, is here for you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapists network that gives you access to help that you may not be available in your area. You just fill out the questionnaire to help access your specific needs, and then you can get matched with the therapist in as little as 48 hours. Then you schedule a video or a phone session, plus you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 3 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp.com/everydaycelebrity. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/everydaycelebrity. It's waiting for you.
Yeah, a little bit about how I met Safi, which was quite interesting because I remember it was last spring before the summer, and I hosted like a barbecue, literally like on our rooftop, because I was like, you know what, I usually do like trading in the market, and like I made like $1,000 profit. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just use this money and just throw some love. So I had a barbecue on my rooftop, and like I had like skewers, burgers, tacos, and everything. And then you know what, and I did it completely for free, and I just posted on my Instagram. I had a couple people repost, and then it was great. Like a lot of people turned up, and then after the barbecue was over, Safi was like, yo, imagine if you like actually charge like everyone $5 at least for everything, because he felt like it was unfair that I was doing all this effort for free. And I was like, you know what, that's not a bad idea.
True capitalist,
actually, so true opportunists too, so that's when I was like, you know what, I started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I do probably have the potential of being an organizer. I have that hustle, the service part, detail, putting into effort into what you do, making sure that you look out for the best of how you're gonna, cater to people's needs and what you think, like what distincts you from everyone. And so we just started working together from then on, and I kind of see why he says what he says, and learning a lot from him. It's really taught me to be more, I would say, kind of when you learn from someone who has the same drive and ambition just as you feel like, damn, like, I'm glad that someone understands me. Sometimes when you work with people who are just not as ambitious, it's like, it's draining. But when you feel like you can learn and like get energy from someone who's reciprocating like giving you the same energy, it was like, oh my God. So we kind of clicked a lot because we trust each other. Primarily, like we tell each other everything, like we're honest about it. From million to penny, we're like down to the nickel, like pretty much. So that's kind of how we met each other, and we live literally on the same floor in the same apartment complex. And so that's kind of like how we met each other, and we've been rocking together ever since.
Mo, how did you come in this situation?
Same thing. Opportunities just come. I was actually on my way to Oakland to fix a client's Airbnb. Safi was trying to charge up a scooter he had just refurbished, I'll say.
Finessed.
And we got to talking.
Stole, nigga. That's what you're trying to say?
No. It was
stealing if you're
it was an old roommate's scooter. Who was gonna throw it away. So
you don't gotta be politically correct.
he decided to fix it as something I would do. Right? Take what you got. That's where I come from.
Baby.
Take what you got and use it instead of trying to waste the money on something brand new.
Okay.
So
Are we allowed to smoke on this show?
You can't smoke.
Okay, no, sorry.
You can vape.
All right, for sure.
So I gave him some pointers on where to find an adapter. We exchanged numbers in case he didn't find it. Ended up fixing some stuff on his laptop that he had. How long was that laptop broke?
Like 5 months.
And I think I fixed it I found the problem anyway in about 30 minutes.
Less.
And
Critical. Efficient.
that's my thing is before I'm an IT guy, I'm an efficiency expert. So
Safi, you are basically, when you meet people, are you meeting people and then you're like dissecting them? You're trying to like, oh, how can this person benefit me in my day-to-day life?
Win-win situations. Just really honestly, first of all, I would like to see what type of person is he. Are they good? If they're good, solid, I can trust. If they not so good, I respect them. Respect the hustle. But, just keep him in my mind. If in case somebody wanted to, that connection, I can connect. But the idea is, it's really all about win-win situations. I truly love to reach my fullest potential. And why not help people, reach their fullest potential by just rocking on my journey. And I see how can I literally be of an assistance as well as like collaborator, business partner in their own journey, whether it's like whether it's like a simple hey, could you fix my laptop, or hey, let's host a party. But it really starts first and foremost like a small little gesture. Could we do something together? Very small. So for me and you, it's just this podcast. Where it takes us.
Were you in the party scene? You're originally from Iraq, you say?
Originally from Iraq.
When did you leave there?
Huh?
When did you leave Iraq?
2012.
2012.
Yes.
And how old were you in 2012?
17, 18.
17. Were you in the parties? Is there a party scene in Iraq?
Very underground, very selective, it's literally for like 30 and up. You have to be a baller to literally have fun, and that fun is not even the same as this fun. We don't got no music, clubs, we don't got none of that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think there is any bars still in Iraq, which I'm not like a drinker or any of that, but I'm a party animal. And I was pretty much kept in or like sheltered my whole life. So when I came to the US, I was like, hi, this is Safi, San Francisco parties. Internally, but I formalized it in San Francisco. In Detroit, I feel like I graduated from the streets as well. And a master's in architecture. So, hand in hand.
So you came out here to study for school?
Yeah.
Okay. And what school did you go to?
Lawrence Technological University
In Detroit?
in Detroit.
Okay. And how was that?
Was amazing. The opportunity that you could elevate yourself, make money, however shape, way, or form. So making money isn't really the top goal. It's how you make money, by the way, for me. Mm-hmm. It's doing something that you enjoy, tapping into, using these skills that aligns with your principles as well. So my general ultimate purpose is I want to go back. I want to bring in everything I got to every goddamn penny that I have. I want to rebuild, own my country, man. Reclaim that shit from the war.
Mm-hmm. So if you weren't partying in Iraq, what got you into partying? Like, did you just come to that college and you saw like white bitches titties out and shit?
Nah.
What made you start partying so much?
It wasn't like that. It was more like
I kept partying though. Let the record be shown. So I'm gonna take a shot to that.
Oh, okay. So plain and simple, I wanted to experiment. I wanted to try everything. Mm-hmm. So Detroit became my playground in the sense of I meet people, I go out with people, clubs, pool, everything, honestly. So I got that kind of like street knowledge, street education. Whereas the afters in Detroit is totally different from San Francisco and Chicago. Mm. So I learned and I partied. It's really more like just partied. I was a party animal, and being sober for a few years now, like 100%.
So you never got into drinking, or you were drinking and then you just became sober.
Oh shit! This is on a podcast. I got a Middle Eastern family, bro. But yeah. I was turned up. I was very turned up.
Okay. Just drinking or drugs, both.
Again, this is a podcast, bro. You're putting me on the spot, but I'm gonna be yeah. I mean, I dabbled with everything for the most part, so I know everything that needs to be known. But I didn't try anything risky, and when it got risky, I just literally like ended it. But for the most part, 25 years old, I turned that age in Detroit. I was like, fuck all of this. I don't want to be a party goer. I really just want to focus on me, myself, and I build my business as an architect, as a builder. I really wanted to develop Detroit. Detroit felt like home, felt like Baghdad. It was up and coming, so, but Detroit is very competitive, very hard to thrive in there in the sense of a minority coming from Iraq. I don't even have a citizenship, like it's very hard to set your roots. So I wanted to feel free. That's the first and foremost. That's my top ambition right here for now. I wanted to feel free, equal to everybody in the sense of the opportunity. So in order to achieve that, I need to work on myself and just stop really just wasting my time going left and right. So my vice really became my hustle. My hustle became my vice. And that's really what really kept me focused, laser sharp, depicting of every single opportunity and being able to take it instead of just consider it. Every opportunity is there for me to thrive on. So why not take it all,
Now your partner, are you from London?
Oh my God, big man thing. I'm not from London, bro.
Huh?
What makes you say that though? Why?
Because you have an accent. You're not from the States, I know that.
I mean, I was born in the US, but yes, you're right. I didn't really grow up here. But
so you got that's a fake accent?
No, it's not a fake accent. But I think it's more about you being mistaken than anything.
Where were you born, nigga?
I was born in the US. I just
like where?
Here, LA. Dead ass. What?
You were born in LA?
I was born in LA.
Am I the only one hearing this accent, or am I tripping?
No, I was born in LA.
He said born though, but not
type of experience.
When did you? Where'd you move to then?
Where is your family from?
No,
Yeah.
that's the question you should be asking.
That's what I asked.
No, is that what he asked?
That's
Am
it's
I
implied,
tripping?
but
But anyway,
Where's your family from?
No, I was born here. I grew up in Wakanda. Nah, I'm just playing with you. Nah. I usually just tell people that. And some people actually do believe me, but I grew up in West Africa. Precisely, I grew up in Cameroon. I speak English and French.
So you're not from LA?
I'm not from LA. I was born in LA, but like I said, I grew up back there. But yeah, I would consider myself more African than I am American.
Okay.
Needed the citizenship, man. Needed that cross country.
But yeah, I lived over there. I lived in South Africa for a year or so, and then I came to US, and then kind of lived in LA. Was there for like about 1 year. It was kind of hard to thrive in LA just because I feel like it's just different in LA. Like the vibe things are just a lot more, I would say it's just more classical, I would say. Like, you know, this person knows this person, and I was going to school and it was hard, but I literally, I was living with my mom had a friend. She like, hey, can you hold my son in for a month? After a month, I got out. I was living on my own now. It was like, and then the nightlife in LA was too wild, I would say. But I was like, oh, I know because besides school, I dance too. I'm a part-time dancer. But
wait a minute. Now you can't tell a nigga you a dancer. We gotta. What type of dancer?
What type of dance? Well, I dance to, I would say, Afrobeats and pretty much hip hop.
So you ain't no stripper and shit out there.
No strip. No, come on.
Keep
Nah.
clothes on.
Nah,
make
keep
them
my
take it
clothes
off.
on.
Right.
Like I'm pretty reserved. But and then I decided to kind of have a change of certain things. Like I wanted to be in the more, because I'm a business major, I wanted to kind of be in the epicenter of business in Cali. So I was like, what's better place to go to than San Francisco? So, and I knew everyone was like, oh, don't go there. Like that place is too expensive. You can't afford it. Like literally my family was like, you don't want to go there. And I was like, I figured out like, if I really wanted to be there, I would find a way to live there.
So you went from LA to the Bay Area.
I went from LA to the Bay Area.
And the Bay Area is more your vibe.
Yeah, Bay Area is more my vibe. I feel like.
Tell me the difference. What do you think the difference is between Southern California and Northern California?
I would say there's two. I would say two primary difference. I feel like they both have issues. I would say that, but in LA, the issue is more like class based, environment. Like I know you because you're a baller. I know
like
you
materialistic
because,
type shit.
Materialistic type shit, which is like it's cool, but I'm not kind of build into a personality that I'm not. But then when I come here in the Bay, I feel like here in the Bay it's more like political shit. Like, like, hey, are you liberal? Or like you're this, or you're pro women's right, pro this one, which is also cool. But because I'm not really associate myself with politics and stuff like that. So I feel like I can deal with the heat that's here. And here people are just like a lot more open. There's that more cultural, because in LA it's more like the class-based, materialistic, superficial. Here people it's just cultural. Everyone's just open to everyone. Like you can talk to anyone on the street. I was living in Inglewood. You can't just walk in the street and just say, yo, what's up? Or like, yo, I'm trying to get to know you. Nah, you can't really do that. But here people are just a lot more open. Even if someone does not want to like ride with you, but they'll somewhat listen to you and, they will somewhat like give you that attention. But
were you in the party scene in LA?
I wouldn't say I was in the party scene much in LA because I just come to the US and I was really trying to get my shit together.
So what made you, when you came out here, what made you like get into the party scene?
What made me really get into the party scene? Honestly, at some point after I was here in the Bay, because I had all my shit together. So I felt like, anyway, I do like to dance. And one thing I like to do, I like other people who dance because dancing brings energy. So I kind of started going to like this. There's like this African club I used to go to, and my friend would go there, we'll dance together, type of thing. And like everyone is just like clapping, like, yo, this dude do some sick ass move. And then I'll get another guy who invited me to his club. I really wasn't like searching for the best clubs and stuff like that. It was just like someone from this club would see me, be like, yo, I want to see you at my other club over here because they think I bring in energy. Like when they see me dance, other people want to dance, So he was like, yeah, and then that's kind of how I started tapping into some clubs. And some guy from Oakland invited me to his club over in Oakland. And then I was like, they were like, yo, and then I got into a dance battle with some other guy. And then they were like, wow, you're a really good dancer. And that's kind of how I started getting into like nightclubs. I'm not really, although me and Safi work together, he's more of the party person than me. I would say I'm actually just interested in the business aspect of, running, being an organizer. And I'm not really like, oh, get drunk, like 2:00 after party.
You don't drink either, right?
I don't really drink either.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You see, it is crazy. I don't drink either. Man. So
2 out of 30. Man.
yeah, literally. So
you niggas are in the party after hours scene, and you don't drink or
we're selling what we don't. We're selling what we don't drink.
It's a different type of high. It's a different type of high. When you feeling good, it's a different type of high.
They say you can't get high on your supply, right?
That's true. I mean, I have a question about that. Is it hard? Is it hard to like not drink since you're like out and like you have access to alcohol and all these drugs and shit?
It's hard if you don't have your priorities right. Once my vision of our purposes, our ideas, personas were solidified, that shit is easy. I can get asked to drink a million times, and my answer will remain no. But like in the beginning, if you're wavering, you're trying to quit, yeah, it's gonna be hard. So just separate yourself. Which, by the way, what I had to do. But when I was in that, when I started this game, when I'm with these homies, everybody knows we don't fumble the ball. And so the added benefit to Kendall is A, he doesn't indulge. B, he as much as he likes to say he's a business oriented guy, he's the party. I want to say center. He's the life of the party. When you see him dance, that's it. Cameras are up, ladies are dancing, everybody is excited. So financially speaking, I see that and I'm like, yes, that gets people up and down. So because he has a good persona, you know, like very friendly, very nice. As for Ace, I don't even need to speak. Like he got that hood diplomat in him, even though like I'm a diplomat and I've been like living like my whole life as a diplomat and traveling different cities. Lebanon, for example, is one. I've never seen somebody so smooth, you know. So Ace is like, you know,
maybe even maybe a smooth criminal. Shout out MJ, you feel me?
Well, speaking of Ace,
thank you for having me, by the way. I feel like a celebrity. I look in the mirror. I appreciate what you're doing for the people in the town.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that. Where are you from, Ace?
B-Town, Berkeley.
Berkeley. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Born and
Go
raised?
Bears. I went to high school in Sac.
Okay.
Same one that Mozzie went to. Shout out Shooter Gang. Free JoJo.
So explain your Let's give it like a quick 10, not even 10, like 5-minute rundown of your life. You know
I'll break it down. Indeed. I was at Sac High, home of the Dragons. Kevin Johnson's alma mater, went to his charter school program. He took on a mission to make sure that them ghetto boys and girls had to have A through G requirements in order to be eligible for the CSU and UC system of California. Then I was fortunate enough to get back to Berkeley, where I spent the past 10 years. The first 5 were in undergrad at UC Berkeley, where I completed my undergraduate degree in legal studies. I was going to be a lawyer.
Wait, you went to UC Berkeley?
Correct.
Okay, well, round of applause for that. There's not a lot of niggas in UC Berkeley.
One of the lowest numbers of them all of the UC.
Okay.
So we all know
and
each
other. And
represent.
And then you take that number of black niggas. There's a small amount of cool black people. So, 'cause the niggas at Berkeley,
I know what you're talking about.
the niggas at Berkeley, they think they corny as fuck. They're whitewashed. So that's why I'm surprised you say you go to Berkeley. But you're one of the 5% of the 10%. But anyway, continue.
And honestly, we could really say I'm one of a kind, because when I got back, like to my town, to B-Town specifically, I took it on that, like, I'm gonna make sure that, like, any brother I come encounter, whether you're football, whether you're just on the block, like, we gonna be tapped in. That's all. So what we lack in numbers, like, we're really stronger in unity. So like, if you're I'm tapped in with the skateboarders, you know, I'm tapped in with the local cannabis scene, tapped in with the athletes. Like, Berkeley really is like its own entity within the Bay Area. Like, you know, you got the town, you got the city, but even like a little smaller crevice is B-Town.
Okay.
So that's when I've been residing essentially the past 10 years, even during the pandemic. Didn't leave. When motherfuckers went to Texas, Florida, I said, fuck that. I'm staying right here and I'm going to just see what happens.
You graduated, right?
Oh, yeah. I told you.
What year did you graduate?
I was a legal studies major. I was supposed to be a lawyer, but I couldn't follow the law, so I had to start selling that stuff.
I didn't ask that, nigga. I said, when did you graduate?
Oh, when did I graduate?
Yes.
So technically, you know, on and off, I graduated during the pandemic.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you think school, going to college was the right choice for you?
I know.
Or did you think you wasted your time?
Well, yeah, because I listened to a lot of Dr. Boyce Walken interviews, right, saying that you really just need the skill set. You know, you pick up a lot of bad habits, you know, with the drugs and alcohol because of like this consistent party culture, especially at a PWI. But with that being said, the answer is yes, because the experiences, the decorum, just the type of environment that I was in overall, it was still a very valuable experience. Like, so while I didn't come out specifically with like a job skill, I had every single skill needed to, you know, be ready for the 1% of the world.
Okay.
Cause I was literally like classmates with said 1%ers. So it definitely just changes your whole entire mentality and outlook of what's possible and achievable, even when you do come from a background that has a lack of resources.
What type of student were you?
Oh man,
Were you the student who were like, oh fuck, I'm not waking up to go to class?
I was like, what was it like?
Were you like Zach and Saved by the Bell?
I would like, so I'll put it this way: the pandemic essentially made it like online, non-existent learning. I was on that wave way before that, not going to class, but I still passed. So, you know, that's and that's another lesson too that you learn like in the undergraduate education. You just need to get your work done, and that the professor just needs to see your face enough to where, you know, they like you enough and they're not going to fail you. That's the main lessons and just the main important.
When did you lose your passion for law?
I essentially knew I wasn't going to be a lawyer when I actually was like hanging around like real law students. Like I was dating this one chick at the time. I was already deep in the cannabis game now, like I was a corporate exec, operation and logistics managers, and she was 3L, right? And this is like deep in the pandemic where
explain what 3L is. What is that?
So that's like the little post grad slang. So when it's your first year in law school, they call you a 1L. Second year, 2L, and like law school it's a 3-year program. So 3L would be their senior year, even if but it's still a 3-year program, but they just say, they say 3L.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was a 3L student, and like I said, I'm just getting deeper into the cannabis game, and all she's telling me is like, I have to read this, read that, read this. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy. So I'm like, yeah, that's that. I was like, look at me, like you be smoking weed, you be drinking, like clearly your shit's legal now. Like shrooms is decriminalized. I just like, and you're supporting yourself. You need to just stick with that and let anyone who's doing the law school, like, don't even waste your time, because like only the talented 10 of the top 3 schools are even like getting these like top law firm jobs. And there's like it's like an oversaturated market of lawyers anyway. And essentially some are even like starting $60K salary. And like, if you're in sales, you can do that in a month. If you're throwing bomb ass parties, you can do that in a quarter. So it just made more sense to me that, you know.
Well, when you initially started, what type of lawyer were you trying to be?
I was going to be the corporate king. We go for that bag.
Okay.
But you know, maybe a little like Kim Kardashian collab as well. You know, get a couple prisoners out. Then she gives me the shout out. So you know, there's you work it. You work the angle. You're a lawyer. You know, just work the angle.
Now, when you were in college, were you selling shit? You
know what was crazy? Like I was actually like I was just a hardcore party boy. I was more on the user side. I didn't start selling until afterwards. Not because I didn't necessarily have it in me. Like maybe here.
No, this is all allegedly, people. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly. Oh no, it was all legally, because all I've ever sold is marijuana. I'm marijuana and psilocybin. That's strictly, let that be on the record. Like you could check my LinkedIn profile. All right, specifically, I've only worked at cannabis conglomerates post undergrad. So like,
what he's trying to say is he did his market research before becoming a supplier.
yeah. In all seriousness, like in the industry, I'm considered a unicorn because I've only been around during like this time of like recreational legality. However, I actually do have like a more like street background as well, because I actually have, shout out to Green Gold, I actually have worked for like the outdoor markets as well. So there's really no avenue I can't like entertain or even be reputable within.
So when you finished college,
correct,
where did that take you? Like, what was your next move?
Oh man, like finishing college honestly was just really like a piece of paper. Like I said, even though I got my piece of paper in 2020, like 2017, I was already out of there. I did my 4 years. The rest of that 2-year period was just giving out the what is it called? The community college prerequisites from those schools. But yeah, I lived in LA for a little bit, and everything like they say about Los Angeles, tens of millions of people. You got to respect that. That's why everybody is so shiny and materialistic, because it's just, the stakes are just that much higher. So if no one knows who you are, then that's what you are. I learned that very quickly. So I took my ass right back to the Bay. I was like, I'm too low on the totem pole, and I don't think I'm gonna get put on. So I was like, I'm going back home. Like that was a wild year, but that was also the year I really got like my first start into the cannabis industry, where I was working with THC Design, literally the biggest brand. Like you can Google them, like straight up. They are like one of the biggest, most reputable brands within the Southern California region. It was my job to start opening up accounts here. So if you ever go into like said dispensary out here in Northern California, you see THC Design. That was essentially because of me and all the groundwork that I like initially had laid out for them to be able to even get those connects and those connections. So Yeah. That was just part of the game. Just part of the game. There's different avenues that you could do within the legal cannabis market.
So your love for cannabis, did it come from smoking, or did you see the like money signs?
Nah. I feel like even when I was a kid, How High. That was like my childhood classic. Like I, watch SpongeBob, and then next thing you know, Red Man and Method Man, like what? Get him. That was like, I Need Money with the like I picked up all that shit. So definitely How High, that was a major influence. And Wiz, I didn't smoke weed in high school because I was a high school athlete, but berserkly, you turned up and, for lack of a better words, get a little turned out too, because you're just always partying, drinking, and snow bunny hunting, as I like to say.
Snow bunny. So your life now?
Yeah, right. So yeah, 2022.
2022.
Better than ever.
Is it better than ever?
Well, the pandemic was like the lowest point, so like everything is like a blessing.
Well, fuck that. I'm talking about right now. Are you happy? Are you happy with your situation?
Oh yeah, honestly, I'm euphoric. If anything, like coming into Safi, Kendall being in my corner as well, it's just straight up a blessing. That party was very life changing, just because I really got a chance to meet important people, and now we're doing important things. Like I said, I was selling shrooms at Dolores Park before, I really got deeper into the party promotion scene. So this is the ultimate chance to just keep stepping stoning and just bringing out more awareness to psilocybin through the parties.
That's the potential.
Appreciate that.
Mo.
Yes, sir.
This is the old man of the group, I see.
It is.
OG.
It is.
OG.
What the fuck is going on with you?
Young face, old mind. I'm all over, man. I think.
Are you ready to dissect your life?
Oh yeah, always.
Where are you from originally?
Born in East Bay.
We're in East Bay.
San Leandro.
San Leandro, okay.
And mom is a native of East Oakland, born and raised.
Is she a Black Panther?
Aunt was.
Your aunt was?
My aunt was.
Wow.
Did some time for it too.
Is she still alive?
She just passed away not too long ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Out of
That's a queen right there.
Out of health, natural health stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was born out here in the East Bay, and then my dad's from New York, so my parents got together at Laney College. My dad was in the Navy, got out, wiggled his way from San Diego up to Castro Valley, and met my mom at Laney College. My mom had 2 kids. My dad had a daughter, and ended up getting married. They had me, and then moved to Vacaville. So that's where I grew up, Fairfield and Vacaville.
Okay.
They split when I was like 2, but my mom lived in Fairfield, my dad lived in Vacaville. So I just went back and forth. Stayed there till I was 17. Graduated high school from Bandon. A lot of people don't know that school, but it's out there. And
What year did you graduate high school?
Graduated in 97.
97, okay.
So probably when most of y'all was running around.
Crawling.
But
first of all, how old are you right now?
I'm 42.
You're 42, okay.
Yeah. So moved up to Chico to go to Chico State. Did management.
Wait. Let's stop right there. So you went to Chico State to study what?
Originally I went as computer science.
Okay.
What's
the vibe at Chico State? Back
then?
Yes.
Oh, the vibe was what SF parties is on now. Like,
which is what?
Party. It was also academic school. Don't get me wrong. There was lots of academics graduating and coming out, but party wise, just imagine all of everybody knows Dolores Park. Imagine all of Dolores Park, people shoulder to shoulder, so much so that they had to shut down the streets in Chico. 5 blocks in all directions.
Is this like
this is for Halloween?
This is what happens on the weekends.
This is a Halloween.
Or this is like an everyday type.
No. This was Halloween. Halloween up until about 2005.
So you're talking about one day,
one weekend.
Okay,
Halloween
Halloween
weekend,
vibe, like year round. What's the
year
vibe
round?
Year round.
Well, hell, it was Chico. So you got you got people having kegers on Tuesday just because it's Tuesday. I mean, usually it was the white frats, the black frats would have more weekend parties, but
which
back
frat
then,
which frat did you go to most? The white or the black?
I went to the black frat parties, of course, just because that's where the dance floors were.
Come on now.
I mean,
You better.
don't
say
get me wrong, though. Don't get me wrong.
Impossible to do.
I don't know if you noticed, but everybody here is authentic in their own sense.
Some of the white.
Wait, I mean, if you went to the white frat, say that shit. I don't give a fuck.
No. Some of the white frats had some cool parties. They had some cool
white
DJs.
They
and
be
shit.
sucking, you know what I'm saying?
But back then, it's amazing that we're talking. When I was there, my heyday from '97 till about 2001, 2002. You got to remember, people didn't have cell phones, and there was no instant. The best instant message you're gonna have is somebody possibly had pager or a sidekick. And
So what were you like in college? Were you like a party animal?
I was at the parties, but I wasn't.
You were at the parties,
I was always at the parties.
so you were a party animal.
You
You can't be at the parties, nigga.
I was a party goer. I'll say it that way.
Goer.
I was a party animal because I wasn't doing any drugs. I was doing I wasn't drinking.
Yeah, well, that's all defined on. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So,
Yeah, but
so you weren't doing drugs and shit in college.
nah. Knew everybody that had them. Knew where to get them. I've always been on that level, but I never partake. It just wasn't my thing.
Okay.
Love going out, getting on the dance floor, having fun. Back then, party get broke up at 12:30. Everybody reconvened magically at the next spot that might have been, 4 blocks away.
What did you study
like
in
15
college?
minutes. I went into computer science, and I came out with management information systems
Okay.
with a short stint in electrical engineering.
And what year did you finish?
03.
03. And then after you
2003.
graduated, what happened? Where did your life take you?
I stayed in Chico for 11 years after I graduated. I did the 6-year graduation plan. Word to the unwise, go see your advisors if you're in college. That's why I did a short stint in electrical engineering, and then I found management information systems, which I probably would have found if I would have actually went and talked to my advisor before my 3rd semester.
Now, you say you have kids, right?
I have one son, yes.
One son.
Yeah, he's
How old
7.
is your son? 7.
That's how I got to San Francisco, is his
Are
mom.
you still with that?
No. That oven is, as I like to say, that oven is not in my kitchen no more. So
No, we about to get deep right now.
and I don't have an oven to bake in, so other people ask me, do I want more?
What happened with that? What happened
with that?
Yes.
Truthfully,
Yes.
the best way I could put it is
You fucked up.
nope.
You did something.
Just
nigga.
it's a
Wasn't
matter.
me.
We
It
drove
wasn't
back and
me.
forth from Chico. We drove back and forth from Chico to San Francisco for 8 months every weekend. We missed 2 or 3 weekends out of 8 months of seeing each other.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's 3 hours one direction.
So she was in San Francisco. You were in Chico.
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 hours.
But you met her where? In San Francisco?
we met online.
You met online.
Yes.
So it's like some 90-day fiance type shit.
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Wow.
Yes. One of the original free dating apps.
Okay.
Yes.
So you met online. You guys met up.
Met up. We had like a 9. It was good in the beginning. We had like a pretty much. I think we counted up. It was about 9 mini dates within 2.5 days.
Okay.
Which was only supposed to be one date for one afternoon, but she didn't want me to go home. I didn't want to go home. It was a weekend. We both called into work sick, quote unquote sick, on Monday, and had some more dates, and then finally went home. So
she ended up getting pregnant, right?
that was much later, though. Yeah,
Much later.
that was a 1.5 years after.
But were you guys together?
We were together. We got engaged.
Oh, you were
but
engaged.
we got engaged. Didn't get married. But sometimes when you seeing somebody is different than living with somebody, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean, of course, nigga.
So once the living together got there, I think part of it too, truthfully, was some people like being in a relationship, but they like their freedom when they're not living with somebody. When you end up living with somebody, it's no longer you dating somebody, it's we. And some people get especially if you're an only child, as she was. Not all only children are that way, but the only child syndrome that I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it and not have to worry about anybody else. And
did you guys break up pre-child being born or after?
Pregnancy. During pregnancy. 6-7 months.
All right, so you didn't say why you break up. So
really it came down to some foul stuff that she did.
What'd she do?
At 7 months pregnant, she changed the locks on me. Told me not to come back to her place of
why did she do that?
Her residence.
Why did she do that?
Because I told her that she should listen to the doctor and actually go to the nutritionist and listen.
Nigga, you ain't speaking your truth, nigga.
Everybody want to say that, but this is the truth.
That was the reason.
That is the reason locks. That is the reason locks got changed.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's not like
guy. Come on.
This is the reason the locks got changed. Now, prior to the locks being changed, she got pissed off at me because we had made a deal. You want to know the truth? It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's a stupid.
We
truth.
get to the truth on this.
It's a stupid truth, but I'm gonna tell you. We made a pact one day. All the laundry in the house was dirty. Of course, we got a baby on the way. Tons of other stuff going on. We made a pact that morning. When we come home, we're gonna do laundry.
Yeah.
She was about 4.5, 5 months pregnant. If you know pregnancy, you're barely starting to show at that point, right? So you're not big belly, can't walk around. You can walk around.
Yeah.
So I'm the type of person, I hold people to their word. We say we're gonna do something, let's do it. I don't care if we say we're gonna do laundry tonight and we do it at 11:39. It's still tonight, right? I'm good with that. We came home.
Fucking ridiculous.
She didn't want to do laundry. I said, "Hey, just check it out. Help me carry it down the stairs, and I'll put it in the thing. I'll come down and change it from the washer to the dryer. You know, we live in an apartment.
Y'all
complex.
broke up over laundry.
No,
I don't even want to hear this story. No.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, you asked me.
shit.
You got to hear the story.
Mo, just 1 second. It's the word that matters. I see where he's coming from.
I
The
guess.
word.
So what happened?
Give a promise, you stick to
Yeah.
it.
So we said it.
It's laundry.
We said it.
I don't care if it's a penny. You promise,
Yeah.
you give it.
It's the holding to your word.
Okay.
shit.
That's
My
the
bitch
type of
kicked
person
me
I am.
out after I came home
Build the
2:30 in
relationship
LA.
off of right,
So
like the
I
right
understand
thing.
where he was like, "Where, like shit, like I remember one time I was
But
doing
laundry?
my dirt.
For real?
No, not laundry. Not laundry. She said I'm tired, and she was mad that I held her to her word and made her go down the stairs because she said she was tired from being pregnant. This is all the same person though that a month later painted the entire apartment on her own. So if you was really so tired, it's a matter, like I said, some people are selfish, and that's what it came down to. And when you meet somebody, if you're that way and you meet somebody who, I've had other girlfriends in the past tell me, "You're the only dude that's ever told me no." Well, what you want me to do? I'm not going to bow down to every single thing. I'm going to say no if no is the right time to say no.
So you're single now, right?
Yes, I'm single now.
Ready to make. What about all the rest of you guys?
Dating, but single.
Yeah, I keep a nice rotation, throughout the summer. And then around winter time, I prefer to have a nice closed roster, if that makes sense. So, tryouts during the summer and then
Cuffing season.
teams
I get you.
He's a wolf of Wall Street.
Winter is cuffing season.
for sure.
Yes.
He's a wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, it's savage, but she's chilling.
Personally,
You seem
What?
like a relationship type of nigga.
I mean, people usually say that. I don't
Cuddling
really
and
care.
shit.
I would say that. I feel like inflation is up 8%. I'm not ready to date. I'm sorry. It's not even. Nah. I'm just playing. It's not even that. I just be chilling. I actually realized that. Usually when you probably don't even care about that stuff, that's actually when you get more attention. Because when I go to school and I'm just about business, I'm doing my thing, like connecting with the bros, I actually get a lot more attention from girls and stuff like that. But I'm just like, hey, if you're feeling me, come talk to me, because I'm really where I'm at, like a mindset and ambition and stuff like that. That's the least thing on my mind. So I'm just like, I'm not saying I'm close to it. But I'm open to it, but I'm not out here looking for it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just me, at least for now. How about you?
Don't give me that look. Don't even assume. Middle Eastern. I hold some of my heritage, like actually key. Like I truly believe marriage and relationships is holy, And,
Okay.
And like,
So you believe in marriage?
yeah, I really do. And
I think I think everybody does. It's just
No,
a matter.
I don't believe in
Actually,
marriage. I don't believe in
I'm
marriage.
not saying marriage, but I'm saying
unless it's business.
everybody
but-
wants to have the one, right? They want to have they want to have a cool.
Not
one.
everybody, nigga. No.
Not everybody, but most people. Most people want a genuine
I
long
think we've
term
been programmed for one.
The problem is it's too easy to not have that nowadays.
yeah,
Well, shut.
yeah.
Hey, I'm talking about women too. I'm not talking about just men. I'm talking about women too. Women, trust me.
Everybody.
I've
for
been
everybody.
dating
Straight
since
up.
my son. I'd say since my son was 2. My son is 7.
Nigga, y'all broke up because of laundry. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no relationship advice from you.
Strictly for the streets.
Okay.
All right. Song of the decade by Sweetie.
You got
She
to
said
when you
it
got to
best.
let one go. You got to let one go.
I'm single and I'm looking for, like a suitable partner that actually can be.
So you're looking.
Yeah, looking, not dating, not doing nothing. I'm a serious type of relationship type of guy. I also date into only Iraqi. I really want my kids to be grown into authentic Iraqi men with some patriotism in them. Wanting to.
Do you think you're gonna find that in San Francisco? Is there a huge Iraqi?
No, there's none actually. But I'm not here in San Francisco on a whim. I have a mission. My 10-year kind of like clock started to become a big baller or whatever that I need to do in the sense of being an architect, being a builder, creating that conglomerate of different types of studios within my own estates. And so finding the partner is not the mission. It's attaining that freedom, which means citizenship, baby. And no, I'm not marrying for no citizenship card. Fuck that. Fuck everything that included with the citizenship leeways and like doors that opens up for, like, I could have honestly, everybody have been literally calling me, bro, your citizenship, your visa ends in 9 days. What you doing? You stupid for not marrying. I'm like, yeah, but I don't owe nobody nothing. I'm free. I'm free and I'm gonna find my way. If I want to marry, it's gonna be holistic. It's just gonna be me, her. Do we actually have the same vision? Just like how, for an example, Kendall and I have a similar vision to how we want to grow in the entertainment industry. He want to utilize everything that I know about architecture, interior design in general, to elevate the quality, the taste, the comfort. Literally pick my brain to push his vision for business and endeavor, solving, redefining the nightlife, which is his mission, alongside with me. Ace, similar thing. We work back and forth. Everybody in this room has some sort of a crucial, I want to say, footprint into what I do. So my partner have to, first of all, understand that I don't need them and they shouldn't need me either. We only come in because we want to. We don't need each other. So, I stay single until I see a worthy counterpart, I ain't dying.
Is it fucked up to say that I fuck my fiends on this podcast? Well, because like everyone's talking about who they be dating and shit. So like me, I was just shit. Like I'm drinking, so I'm just keep it real. I be fucking my fiends. Like, does the doctor not fuck the nurse on his fucking 16-hour shift? You gonna fuck who you fucking around with. So for me, it's like I be fucking my fiends. It just makes the most sense. Like, homegirl, we smoking and shit. I'm like, well, shit. Me and my shit licked real quick. It makes sense. So I just wanted to put that on the dating world. So if I was just trying to smoke, I'll smoke you out, straight up. All right, cheers.
Do you believe in marriage?
I believe that the business contract of marriage is phenomenal. But what I don't believe is if you're a young man or any man in general, giving up half your shit to the bitch, you didn't fucked off. You didn't took a permanent L that's going to take you a while, or you may never actually bounce back from. So my belief, arbitrary, because I believe in business. As we're all here, we are businessmen. And I do believe that if you're doing bad business, especially with a woman you don't really know or don't really understand what you're getting yourself into with the government contract component, you are losing already.
So would you say marriage with prenup or no marriage at all?
You have to. There has to be pretty. Like,
No, I'm not just saying. I know, but I'm just saying of the two, no marriage at all, or marriage with prenup.
But and then that's another thing too. It's like, all right, we're getting married under what context? Like, why? Because we got kids, or because you really like me? Like, there has to be something like very like not only family oriented, but very like business sound that has to like, give us like that government entity within our relationship.
Like
other than that, like, I'm gonna be piping you. You feel me? I'm gonna take care of you, take you on dates. I'll even go to family gatherings and shit just to be a good nigga, just to be a good man. But as far as like, oh yeah, you need like a $10,000 rock that some kid in Africa got his hand chopped off for. Nah, fuck that. That's just for the birds and nerds. Like, we gotta think smarter now. We gotta move different.
What I was gonna say is, I feel like with the question when you were asking if people believe in marriage, I feel like the better way to phrase it, like, some people, there's a difference between the marriage part and monogamy part. I feel like everyone believes in marriage, but not everyone believes in monogamy, because monogamy is more of a rule, in my opinion, at least when you think about it. But yeah, I feel like that's what most people don't believe in, because if you ask the man right now, would you want to have the opportunity to get married to 6 women? And some people who don't really believe in monogamous marriage would probably be like, no, but like, they'll be like, oh yeah, marry 6 women. Oh yeah, definitely. Because with that quantity where they don't feel restricted or something like that, that's more the aspect where I'm like, I probably think that you probably would be like, I could be down for that. Is that something that you probably would want to indulge in?
So what's your belief?
I believe I'm fine with being with one woman, but I'm just saying, like, when you ask people like, oh, do you believe in marriage? It's like a lot of people would say no, but it's like, is it really marriage, or is it just the fact that you're being monogamous? I think like that's what a lot of people think about. So I feel like it's a difference, marriage and being monogamous. I feel like most people would believe in marriage, which is whether it's one partner or multiple, but like a lot of people don't believe in monogamy, at least not in the 21st century.
Okay.
Monogamy all the way, baby.
That being said, as for strictly for the streets.
So you have another member of your team here that I want to bring on. One of the hottest DJs in the Bay Area, up and coming. You want to introduce this brother?
Yes. We got Robbie Keys. He's not just a DJ. He's a musician. He's a motivational speaker, and he's also a lovely neighbor. I've had the pleasure of working with him in terms of like understanding music, understanding how to work. And honestly, like, Ace has connected me alongside with Kendall. I might know just a little bit, but just having good people around you gives you access to everything. So shout out to Robbie Keys. What's up, Robbie?
Robbie Keys. Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing, bro?
So you were on the back burner. You were listening to the conversation. We're gonna like dissect your life real quick. You want to give a rundown of you?
Yeah, super short. I just turned 20 years old. I'm from Kentucky.
Damn, 20?
Yeah.
Yes,
I just moved to Cali. Like probably about a year.
You're
ago.
from Kentucky?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's like country. You see the basketball, you know what I'm saying? But,
Be a Jayhawk, not a Jaybird. Come on now.
But yeah, so like my family didn't really support me like in my dreams. My dreams was to be like, kind of like a high level music producer, kind of like a Quincy Jones type vibe. They didn't really think there was like too much promise in that, career or that career field. But so like, they was like, you're going to go to Cali, like you're going to San Francisco at that. And then kind of like Kendall, it was like, man, I don't think you should do that. But I was like, man, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. So like, and that's how it's going to be. So
why San Francisco though, out of all places?
I just feel like LA is oversaturated, but then it's like San Francisco is like a good balance between like saturation and opportunity, you know? So it's like the saturation here gives you the opportunity to make a footing for your own self. You know what I mean?
Did you visit San Francisco before?
Nah, bro. I never even left Kentucky. I just literally came straight here, bro. And I was like, and then like Full House was my favorite show as a kid too. So I was
Full House, nigga.
Yeah.
Not Martin, Living Color, nothing.
Come on, with the Olsen twins. Come on, man. Shout out Danny.
All right, what year did you come to California?
2021.
2021. So you fresh.
Yeah.
You
so
fresh out.
I say like I graduated high school in 2020. Saved up like for a whole year, and then saved up like close to 10K, and then I was like, all right, bro, I think I should be cool, you know, to move on my own. Like so, my parents didn't financially support me in any way. I was paying for, well, I still am paying for college all by myself. Of course, you know, financial aid or whatever, but that shit don't cover the whole thing. Everybody know that. So, paying for college all by myself, covering myself, like, you know, financially, like, housing wise, got my own car, or like created my own, you know, opportunities for myself. So, yeah.
When you moved out here, did it ruin the relationship with your parents?
Oh yeah, for sure. So my father passed away when I was 16. So, he never really got to meet like this side of me, but, my mom, she was more like on the whole vibe, and like, she don't really think it's like safe. You know what I'm saying? Cause like she sees a lot of people go down this road or try to go down this road, and then they end up being like drug addicts, or they end up like broke and homeless. And I'm like, you know, like I'm not them. So yeah, really just, yeah.
Were you in the music scene in Kentucky?
So like there really is no music scene, bro. So like, I've always been like a musician. Like, I play piano, guitar, drums, bass, mostly every instrument. Then I produce as well. But like, I was really like literally just living on Instagram, and then like I decided to delete social media for my own like mental health and success. And I was like, why don't I put myself in a position to like actually be in the scene? And then running into Safi, I actually met him at a party, and then like I could just sense his vibe, you know, like, you know, you can sense when certain people have like that drive, and then when some people are just like fucking around. So like I already knew, like as soon as I met Safi, I was like, you know, this dude is legit. So like we just like really tapped in, linked up, and yeah, been locked in ever since.
Appreciate it.
So Safi is a good dude.
Oh, 110%, man.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yes, sir.
Safi's surrounded by an army, I see, huh?
Always.
So, what made you get into producing? What's your?
So like really, like I said, I play multiple instruments. So, I just started thinking, like, you know how when you go to like see live music, there's usually like one person playing each instrument. So like I was thinking in my head, like, what if I played like all the instruments like by myself, and like what would that sound like? And that's really what got me into producing. A lot of people be like, you know, do you want to be like a rapper or singer and like sing over your own beats or rap over it? And I'll be like, nah, because it's like it's like two different lanes. But I'd rather be like, you know, that behind the scenes guy who pushes other people forward and like, you know, creates that foundation for other people to walk on, you know.
What's your like? What do you love the most about producing music?
Really just like music is a universal language. It brings everyone together, like no matter what language, race, like no matter where you're from, age, it don't matter. Music is and will forever be a universal language that, you know, just unifies people together. Like, and it don't even have to be like, I don't know, like uppy, dancey music. It can be like sad music, because, you know, like everyone go through their different feelings, but like at the end of the day, music brings people together. So
you know how the Neptunes have a certain style. When you hear a Neptune beat, you hear that do do do. That's their like signature. Then Swiss Beats has his own like, and then Timberland has his own sound. Do you have a sound, your own sound?
So like I really like dibble and dabble in like all genres of music, but I guess like my preferred is like gospel. I grew up in church. My mother is a pastor, and I'm currently the music director at my church that I go to now. So really like heavy like gospel, churchy background. So yeah.
So you're religious?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
Does it fuck up your mental state being around being around a nigga,
like being around Ace,
who floods the streets with drugs, being around Safi who parties all the time, being around Kendall who is like Safi's right hand man, and then being around Mo who's arguing with a bitch about laundry. Does that fuck up your like? Do you sit down and think like, damn, I'm a man of God, why am I around these niggas?
Oh, no, not at all, man. A lot of people think that just because you're religious or you call yourself a Christian, that means you have to be like so holier than thou. Like you got to be like so perfect, bro. But it's really not like that. I look at it like I have a very strong relationship with God. I don't serve man. So it's like, even if I am around like different types of influences, I figure that, or I like look at that as opportunity to grow mentally. So like before I met Safi, like I didn't know any Middle Eastern people, bro. Like before I met Kendall, I didn't know any Nigerian people. Like I was just like, okay, we're black and white out here, but it's like, yeah, Cameroon. Sorry, my bad, bro. But yeah, it just really like stretches you mentally, and it forces you to like, you know, learn different cultures, and I feel like that's a very good thing for everyone, man. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So,
Just a disclaimer, by the way. Sorry to cut you off right there. I'm religious too. I'm Muslim.
right.
Drink, I don't indulge. So the idea is like I definitely feel for my Christian brothers, Jewish brothers. Like it don't matter like what religion you are in. You can have fun, and that's also like in connection to redefining nightlife. Why is nightlife only really being treated to get drunk and pick up ladies? It should be more. It should be kind of like a social outlet.
Yeah, well, Safi, explain to me what's the importance of nightlife. Why is nightlife so important to people to bring to the people?
So, coming from a country that doesn't believe or have nightlife, I came to the US and I was like, wow, their nightlife is really can destroy men and women. But also, it's like very fun, extremely fun. It's also like it takes its big toll financially. It's very selective, different types of music, different types of scenes. So nightlife for me is just entertainment. What do you do for fun? You could be on a yacht or a hot tub or a pool or a rooftop and just having fun listening to music. So I totally share a lot of the sentiments that Robbie has, that music connects with everybody. My first introduction to music was Backstreet Boys, 2003, in Iraq after the war, liberation of Iraq. And that's when I was like, whoa, there's music and English, different languages. Like I was very stunned, you know, like I was living in a propaganda driven lifestyle, like where we only have one leader, one country. But then again, after a lot of this kind of like internal discussions about my philosophies and how God really wants me to be on this earth, I realized I'm no judge. I can rock and say hi and be respectful to every human being. So it don't matter if Ace or Kendall have different philosophies. As long as we all respect each other's boundaries, we can have fun and thrive and learn. And, you know, I just don't want to be a hater.
Yeah. So you have... Go ahead.
No, because you were talking about nightlife, right? And when I think of nightlife, I immediately think of the source Michael Jackson, not Thriller, because that's, you know, that's like the, you know, the pretty, but when he did Off the Wall, when the world is on your shoulders, like he was like, gotta live that 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. So I really do think that like there has to be like this existence post 9 to 5 where, you know, there's this expression, there's this freedom of release, freedom of angst. I don't even really feel comfortable when the sun is out. I need to be out during nighttime hours. That's why I found a lifestyle.
I feel the same way.
Like
Like I grew up, my dad had the windows sealed shut. My house was so dark when I was growing up. But that's enough about me. Go ahead, keep going.
And I appreciate it because it has to, but it has to get deep and dark because like right now the saying is we outside, and I think there's a lot of even misconceptions. That's all that actually means is you're outside. Like if whether you're outside taking a night walk, whether you're outside walking and fucking, I like to be outside. I like to be at the club, yo. I like to be dancing, and I like to be around the female. I like to be around the hoes. You feel me? The prostitutes, the hyenas, the bad bitches selling vagina. Like that's my steez, yo. So. Yeah.
So what's the most important aspect of nightlife to you?
Myself. And the reason why I say myself,
you're a narcissist, aren't you?
But it's coming from a real place because I'm not doing this because
Well, besides yourself, I'm talking about like the most nightlife is networking, is music, it's alcohol. Like, what's the most important aspect of nightlife to you?
The most important. So it's clear, coming more from a professional sense, got to beat the clock, you know, straight up. Like when I was on my college party boy, Dougie, you know, it's about, you know, hooking up with so-and-so, hooking up with the baddest. But now it's about, oh, maybe I can make this network connection and we can get these shrooms popping. So coming from that business standpoint, but philosophically speaking, it really is like it's my Bruce Wayne Batman moment where like, you know, I've been like the day it just kind of goes by for me. And then at night it's like, finally, like shit, let's get something popping. Let's talk to somebody. Let's be on something.
So it's networking.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a chance to really, not only like express myself, but also to put myself out there as well.
Sabi, what's the most important aspect of nightlife to you?
He divided nightlife into kind of like a different boundary between 9 to 5 to nightlife. I feel like nightlife or entertainment should be all mixed in. So I mixed in architecture into nightlife. I mixed in being an organizer, curator of space, connecting with people, understanding how many different levels and depths does nightlife really tap into. Types of genres of music, types of hustles, types of things. Like, it's so exciting to get to know people and their, I want to say, fantasies and dreams and goals. So I like to get to know people, obviously, first and foremost. I like to see how I can elevate their hustle if I align with them philosophically and spiritually and morally. And other than that, if I'm not, you know, in that deal, I wish them the best and I elevate, you know, like, but like no hate, no, like no love lost. But beside that, personally speaking, it's being outside, getting to know people, what they do, and how can they improve the world, honestly, like in the sense of like letting loose, connecting. It's like communal, kind of like hub.
So if I'm hearing this right, the most important part of nightlife to you is bringing all these different aspects and making them into one. Or am I tripping? Okay.
Yes. It's like bringing what you love, bringing your hustle, bringing who you are into the mix and see how can I reshape this bad boy that like nightlife into kind of like a day. Like, I'm gonna give you like a small glimpse of like what we do. We do day parties at rooftops. Now, day parties at rooftops, 200 people, right? 200 people after 8, they asking on a Saturday, where are we going next? So different clubs are hitting me up, or different clubs will be reaching out, or I be hitting them up. Hey, I have this party going on. How about we synergize, integrate my venue with your venue? I'm gonna move my time to 10. You move your, or 9. You move your time to 9. You know, we just literally do a back-to-back type of party. And then, you know, in San Francisco, nightlife don't end at 2. It starts at 2. So again, after the club, you're there socially being promoted. You're being there. You're having a good time. Whatever financial benefits you get out of the nightclub, whatever like get you. And then from 2 to 6, that's an after. From 2 to 6, after the after, there's an after brunch party.
Breakfast club.
When do we sleep?
Monroe.
we
Okay,
don't
when
do that.
you sleep? When do you sleep?
During the
Very
day.
good question. Very good question. No, you do. But like, honestly, it's kind of like I run as hard as I can until I drop. That's how I honestly like perform. But at the same time, I believe in discipline. So, you know, there's 5 prayers in Islamic religion. So 5 a.m. after the party, I pray. 12 o'clock, you pray. 6 o'clock, you pray. So you gotta disconnect for a hot second. Remember God, remember this world, remember this opportunity, remember this test, and then just connect, you know? Sometimes I just don't feel like going out at all. But how it worked with us between me and Kendall and even Ace, I'm the balance. I'm the chill / on the floor. Kendall is the chill. Ace is the hot. So I'm in the balance. I connect with him on a chill level. I connect with him on a hot level. And Mo and Robbie, they connect non-directly in pivotal aspects. Robbie, when it comes to like music and understanding the genres as well as like the instruments and just like music world is a whole different thing. And I'm a newborn, just like how I'm a newborn into San Francisco. I've been here since February from Detroit. It don't mean that I know how parties are ran in here. It's different. So he had to represent. For Mo, whole different connection. He literally elevates anything that I potentially do manually. He can automate for me. Whether it's pay, promotion, text blasting, anything I potentially wish for in tech, he's the generalist that can push my creative mind forward with. So when you create this sort of like a circle of eclectic group, there's no limits.
Yeah.
Sky's the limits, but truly no limits. Like the world is your oyster, and I don't have to be up in Ace's business, or I don't have to be in his business and profit off of everything that they do. Like, listen, if you do something for me, I'll honestly like honor your support. I'll make sure you're well taken care of. But other than that, I want to see your brand nitpicking my brand and see how it goes up and connects with a bigger also fish, because I don't want to be hoarding all these talents and individuals and amazing entities just all to my personal gain. It's just not how I was made.
Yeah.
And like Little B said, we sleep all day and then go to parties at night. Yeah, so real Berkeley shit.
You know what time it is.
Real B. We've been
Since I'm the old head in the room, this is kind of business.
G.
This is kind of how business used to be. So before we had the Walmarts,
This nigga Mo.
Before we had all these conglomerates, everybody had their part, right? I don't know.
First of all, Mo, answer the goddamn
Yes.
question.
What question?
What's the most important aspect of nightlife to you?
It's the release.
The release?
Like I said, put the 9 to 5 on the shelf
Okay.
and get on the flow.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. It's you gotta have
But
a
what's
let loose.
the release though?
Whatever you like. You want to do some shrooms. You want to have a drink. You want to get on the dance floor. What, my release?
Yeah,
My
I'm
release?
talking. I'm asking you. What's your specific? What do you feel is the most important aspect of the nightlife? You said the release.
Dance
What's your
floor
release?
and
Dancing.
the dance floor is the beginning, and hopefully the end of the night is.
Do you have like some secret?
What's that?
You have some like
To the
secret
floor
tape
room
back in the
squad.
fucking day of you like breakdancing or some shit?
No, I was on a dance squad in college. I don't know if we had any. Somebody recorded something, but there's a little hip hop squad that we did. We did some. For my main part, it was a lot of Usher and Janet Jackson routines that we did.
Okay.
But multicultural nights and everything else at the college and all around town.
What's your favorite aspect of the nightlife?
Honestly, this is such a good question. So my favorite part about nightlife, two things. Primarily, first thing you said, connecting with different, organizer, people who do this, and, seeing how they can elevate our brand and how we can elevate their brand. That's the first aspect. The second most important aspect to me is the energy, the dancing. Like when I go to a club, I tell everyone I literally invite with a free ticket. I'm like, listen, if you're going to a club, you can't dance, you're on your own, because trust me, I'm going to be turning up so much that you're going to probably leave and I'm not going to even know that you left. But I feel like when I go to a club, and one of the things that maybe it's just because I'm a dancer, but like once I get in the club, and I don't want to go to a club with someone who is two-stepping and left and right. Nah. I be in the club dancing, going down, dropping it down, doing backflips and shit. So hey, that's my energy, and I bring the energy. And so when the best thing is when I go to a club and I see all these other dancers, I'm like, okay, you're speaking my language. Now I want to dance with you because I'm bringing the energy. You're adding to the energy. You're essentially fueling the flame. So I'm essentially like, okay, yeah, bet, let's do it then. So some of it is a collaboration, some of it is a competition. That's how I see nightlife. I'm like, I'm going to release, and so when I get on the stage, it's not even necessarily because you have to know how to dance. It's like, do you even try? Do you put the effort? Are you willing to? Oh, there's a circle. Oh shit, I don't know how to dance, but hey, I'm gonna try and drop it. That's all about what it is for me, because you don't want to stand in a room where it's like you're in a party and everyone's just leaning next to the wall. Like, what are we doing out here? You understand? So that's to me the most important aspect about nightlife. It's like is the foil. Like, you want to be in the end, like everyone, everyone I bring to free ticket to wherever event I go, I'm like, I make sure that there are dancers, at least a few of them, because I want someone that's adding to the flame. You understand? So going to all these different clubs, meeting all these other dancers, I'm like, yo, let me connect with you, this and that. Like, I meet people from here, the Bay, who be doing like the ones that the dances where they break their body and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm not on that level, but hey, I like the energy. I appreciate that. And when everyone's like, oh, I can't believe he did this. That to me is like, that's the energy I want in nightclub. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more like, yes, the connecting with this and that organizer, this and that promoter, all this stuff like that. But most important is the energy. Like you want, when the music is on, let everyone know that the music is on.
We got to see you dance, nigga, the way you keep talking.
So you see, when he said energy, that's just one thing I don't know anything about. For an example, like as much as he does, I only started dancing by honestly like imitating, watching YouTubes, like going out. But he's right. Like there is something untapped. How many dance floors in clubs do we see actually being turned up by dancers? We do see ladies dancing like on like platforms and shit, but like I'm talking about like real dancing. So how do you curate a space, a venue with the music genre, with the right type of people who kind of like want to explore properly and just be free and figure out their vibe, figure out their nightlife? And we're about to find out tonight at Eve. Shout out to, Eve Nightclub. We got
shout out Eve, shout out Chaz Kobe, shout out Eli Muir. We're gonna be there. Shout out Sid, she doing her comedy shit, so she gonna make me laugh tonight. Fuck, yo, it's about to be it's the night before Eve with the brothers, not the others.
Experience makers right here.
So Sophie, I'm really impressed on what you accomplished in the short time you've been here.
Appreciate
it's very motivational. I met you at an after party, and when I met you, I'm a good judgment of character and people, and I only fuck with like a certain few. My circle is very short and very small. But when I met you, the vibe that you gave me was like, yo, this dude is like legit. And when you came here and you brought all your companions, they speak to you. They speak of you the same way of what I was thinking. So that just definitely proves your character. And that's a good thing, because you don't have to walk around vouching for yourself. You want others to speak of you. That what really makes a man, how others speak of you, not what you speak of you. And the fact that you fucking came out here, not a citizen, from Iraq, you had that hustler's mentality. You fucking went to school. You came out here to San Francisco on a limb, and you established something, and you created something that's growing. And I just wanted to be a part of it. And I want to play my part on inviting you on to my podcast and letting the world know, because this is a podcast that's heard in like 14 countries. Letting the world know when they come to fucking San Francisco, you better hit this dude up for parties and events. You know what I'm saying? So you created this brand. Where do you want this brand to go in the next 5 years?
Thank God for this opportunity. And if I would say, where would it be in 5 years? I don't have an answer. Simply because I've been divergent in the way I've been taking in everything. As soon as I hit the 1 year mark, establish the hoops, establish the system, gonna converge into that kind of like lean, meaner, more efficient, more experiential, maybe even like bigger stages. But essentially, I see a lot of opportunities, and it is a big ways to make a lot of quantity connections without actually thoughtfully swifting through every single opportunity or connection and seeing like where it can take the brand up. Again, as an architect, first and foremost, I don't believe in just designing spaces and just being an architect, a 9 to 5. I redefine my role to being a general creative entrepreneur. So it's all about seeing how people are reacting to these test samples of parties. So in the future, I definitely see conquering all the rooftops in the sense of elevating the experience, not pushing people out. I would like to work with everybody as long as there's transparency, credibility in the way we operate, like just business 101. And then the next thing is experience and honestly bring a lot of the hidden talents in the Bay to the light. I'm talking about cave parties. I'm talking about yacht parties that has this amazing boiler room vibes that are not even popularized yet to the level that it needs to be. It should be international, honestly. And so I'm just, I don't want to say appalled, but I'm just really surprised how there's a lot of missed opportunities with this much talent, with this much wealth. And I feel like just being surrounded by these like powerful identities all around me, from Robbie to Mo to honestly even you, like you're giving me a whole new perspective into what you're doing right here and as an industry. And I hope I get to learn a lot from what makes your business tick and how it actually pushes forward and it synergizes with others. And at the very end of the day, we like to keep sharpening that saw by understanding each other and pushing forward for higher potential, higher kind of like productivity level, like where we're really truly satisfied with what we're doing every day, instead of feeling like we're just releasing versus just thriving, like just chilling here, like just chilling being the vibe, and you're really just turning up, for an example.
Yeah. Well, I want all of you guys one by one to give out your, this is like basically like the promote stage. If you want to promote yourself, give out your social medias. If you want to promote anything, one by one, because I mean, obviously people are going to listen to this and be like, oh damn, I like so-and-so, I want to know about so-and-so. So whatever information you want to give out to the public, please do that right now, one by one.
I'm gonna give out my phone number. No,
not the 10, not the 10.
Nah, you can follow me on Instagram at Kendo4SF. Co-founder of San Francisco Parties, and that'll be it for me.
You can find me on IG mainly, and hopefully we'll brand into that TikTok as well as Twitter and every single platform as soon as we hit that 1 year benchmark. Again, San Francisco Parties, spaced out or one word. I just found it. It's simple. Everybody can know what it is. And also we got SF Parties, a domain name. So you guys could also find that.
That .com?
No, just IG. So SF Parties or San Francisco Parties. Both IGs are essentially linked to the one, yours truly. And that's for entertainment industry. As for architectural, you can follow San Francisco and get connected to my other business, which is called Autonomous Studios. Autonomous Studios is essentially just design, build, develop. So dives into real estate, construction, as well as design. And autonomous just stands for those who are led by their moral duty. So you could be a fashion designer trying to open a boutique. You could be a podcaster, a podcast business and trying to open up a whole new building for different, like a school for new performers, for an example. Or you could be an IT tech expert and trying to open up this like super fintech labs that you would like to conduct a lab, and we'll help you fund it, build it, shape it, and dream it. Autonomous Studios again, and this is.
And I would like to give out my Instagram handle, LLC Ace, LLC _ACE 2002, LLC Ladies Love Cool Ace, but it's still all business. All right. Follow me on IG. Hit my line. No, I got it. I'm the man.
Nigga pimp.
Keep it P. Stands for player because I have no prostitutes.
I know y'all probably can't see me. But I actually don't have any social media. I
just those 10 digits.
No phone numbers, but you can find all of my work and business ventures on richproductions.us.
All right, Mo, no MySpace, Mo.
No, what space? No, Mike
No,
space?
we ain't on the MySpace no more.
Oh, no,
The Black Planet thing. Drop the Black Planet thing.
He's the tech.
That's one
Put
that I
some
actually
respect on his
deleted.
name.
I still got an AOL account, but I deleted my MySpace. But you can find me everywhere. 3 simple words: Mo Betta Tech. MOBETTA Tech TECH.
All right, dope. So, one last question. So, tell the people exactly what does San Francisco Parties offer? Like if someone was like, yo,
City life experience.
okay.
You said the 5-year benchmark goal.
Mhm.
Every city gotta represent its parties. Every city gotta represent its city life, nightlife. Every sort of, I want to say, outdoor community-based kind of like connections. Talking about to gardens, to caves, to pools, to beaches, to rooftops, to construction sites and abandoned buildings, to bars and nightclubs and theaters. I'm just saying, every city got to show what it got. Because I didn't move to LA for one good reason. LA is known to be like the best party scene type of thing, but I didn't want to live in a party city. I wanted to live in, honestly, the hardest city to live in the U.S. for its economic growth or whatever, genre. So, San Francisco provides, and is not limited, but is inclusive of promotion, advertisement, production, cinematography, photography, as well as curating A to Z events. I'm talking about like booking artists to bringing in special vendors, hookahs, flums. I'm not gonna call shout out my man right here because it's a different business entity, but like I'm just saying, if you're in the melting pot, you're gonna find every single vegetable flying in there, but you just gotta, connect and be silent and be humble and be respectful. And, I don't particularly like to run anything like that is, high risk, such as like afters or even like afters. I just run the regular day parties. Occasionally we do, club events, but other than that, reach out San Francisco Parties in IG and stay tuned for the next event.
Dope. So,
Man 02. Oh yeah. Halloween party.
And real quick, I'll give it even like a shorter version for me. San Francisco Parties, city life. I'm tired of New York City getting all that shine. I'm tired of LA getting all this hype. To me, it's overcrowded and overrated. The city life ain't tripe. That's what it is. This is that Northern California swag. You're still getting everything in an instantaneously. So like that's all. I just want to see my city lit. I want my city shining bright because we got all the swag, we got all the juice. We're back post pandemic, coming harder than ever, the hardest ever. And now that like I'm out there, resident. I'm excited to see what this team is about to take up and turn up to the city.
Word. Anyone else got any last words?
Wakanda forever. That's all I have to say.
This nigga.
My brothers, I don't think you feel me.
So I want to thank Sophie. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for bringing your team. You guys impressed me. You guys are a team that came together. Everyone brings a different vibe, and you guys all create a powerful like tree. Everyone is a branch, but without the branch, there's no tree. You know what I'm saying? So I think Sophie, you're the fucking stem, and you need these different branches to create this tree and to drop these fruits. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you for that, and I want to tell everyone who's listening to this podcast, if you come to the Bay Area, please look up San Francisco Parties. They will provide the vibe. They will get you whatever you need, and they're young and they're talented and they're motivated, and literally that's all you need in life. If you could have those three. So once again, thank you. This is Everyday Celebrity Podcast. Hold on, I think we forgot the producer, the number one producer. Did you give your info? No, not you.
Robbie.
Rob, you gave your shit?
Yeah,
okay, boom. All right,
appreciate.
All right, so this is Everyday Celebrity Podcast. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.
We are out. You.
Yurt.